And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port here on a Wednesday. It's Barnes and Tony. And as I always say, Tony's favorite day of the week.
Oh,
how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, dude. Like you said, my favorite day of the week. Totally stoked, dude. Wednesday, halfway through hump day, Brian. You like the way I say it. Big gaming corner day as well. Obviously, we can talk about the Mets, NBA Finals, the Yankees, dude, and of course, the U.S. Open.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm so jacked up for all of that. Just because you brought it up, what is on store for Gaming Corner? What do you got tonight? Do you know?
Yes, dude. We're going back to the old faithful Nintendo Switch, dude. It's going to be Michael and I, mano a mano. The cart, if you will,
I was literally just going to say, should we play cart, dude?
Yeah, can we just play cart?
What else besides cart? Is it because you guys usually do like tennis or something? Or that's
honestly, I would love to get back to Mario Tennis. And again, like in honor of the US Open, maybe a little Mario Golf as well.
No, I had to say I never do them, but I do like the tennis video games. They are fun.
Oh my god, so much fun.
Because I think I was doing it for the Wii. It's not like, I know there's obviously differences, but it's not like that much different doing it on the Switch, right? Like, is it still motion?
Yeah, you have the option now. You can use either or.
What do you do?
The buttons more often.
The buttons.
Than not.
Okay, gotcha. Then we used to talk about the Mario Tennis and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was sick. Honestly.
Oh my god, so much fun.
Earning for the Game Boy days.
Wow.
You still have one?
Somewhere? Yeah, they went over there.
Has it been on a corner, or you can't really there's no way to really see the footage? So
yeah, we have to fax that out somehow. I don't
know, but isn't there used to be something, right? I don't know. I thought there was something where you could display through a cable or something what's on the Game Boy.
There may be, but I don't know. I've never done that.
Yeah, that would be kind of crazy though.
That would be kind of sick. Game Boy,
Pokemon Gold, Goldenrod City.
Wow, dude, Goldenrod City.
No, really that Pokemon Gold was unbelievable. Honestly.
Wow, dude, you're getting nostalgic today.
But did you play it that much or no?
Oh my god, of course, dude. Yeah,
but the gold version.
I want to say I had gold. Yeah, my brother had silver.
But what was the difference with silver?
Silver had their namesake Pokemon was different. You know, some differences in terms of
But the cities were the same.
Yeah, everything else.
I don't know why. I used to just think the new cities were just so sick.
Yeah,
I used to love going city to city. I can't explain it. Did you were you that
Oh yeah, of course, dude. But I mean, you're a big traveling guy.
Well, and I feel like what it is because I feel like they had the same cities forever. Which actually, besides Goldenrod City, I don't remember any cities. But I just feel like they were so much different with the new game. And didn't the train take you back and forth between the new and the old?
Yeah, dude. You can go to the different regions. Yes, dude.
I feel like I know I don't even want to take a stab at how it's said, but I feel like all those games after, there's no way they were as good as Pokemon Gold. I have a tough time believing it.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
Yeah. Man. Do they still make new ones or no?
Yeah, dude.
Really? Do you have the one you would play with the A?
Arceus. Yeah, yes. That's not the newest one anymore. At the time, it was brand spanking new, but since then they've come out with 2 new ones.
Okay.
Because it was Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And then I think the newest one's Violet and Scarlet,
Catching the Pokemon in the wild, having a battle.
A battle, dude. So sick.
Oh, man. But yeah, like we said, a lot to get to. But, I see we have some comments already. Our favorite robot, Derek Ho, is back as well. So great to have him in the mix. I still just don't get that, though. To me, I actually don't even think it's a robot because it just you don't see that anywhere else. I just feel like there's something this is somebody that thinks they're funny. I'm guessing.
I think they get a huge kick out of this. Yeah,
yeah.
Dude. The fact that you're talking about it, interacting, they love it.
Yeah, but right, there's no way that because I just feel like a robot or whatever you want to call it, would say something different than hi there.
Oh. Yeah, I guess so.
And it was weird how the corner, remember, one time, the name changed.
Yeah, it was different. Derek Ho, something else, dude.
Yeah, dude,
how about last night on Binge Buddies, I was talking about that Little Caesars commercial, and then like an account that was literally the commercial, name of the commercial appeared.
You guys need a pizza?
I was like, "Whoa, dude!"
Tell you what, a bad pizza.
Little Caesars. I know it's actually so crazy too, because like we've actually Mike and I had not unfortunately, but we had to eat it. Not had to, but we had it at this event.
Yeah.
And it's funny because there was also like pizza we brought from Luigi's there. And nothing against people who pick up Little Caesars, but like it's just like you go like you have a Luigi slice, and we're like, all right, have a Little Caesar slice, and then it's the difference, dude. It's so like astronomically obvious.
I'm trying to think. Luigi's. I guess I haven't had that.
Really, dude. Honestly, low-key great pie. Shout out to Manny next door. He
Manny Santiago?
Yeah, Santiago. Yeah.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he's next door right now.
Okay, I didn't see
he like just mentioned it to us because it's so funny because I went to that restaurant for my graduation in undergrad, 2017. And my parents were there. And if you think I'm freaking critical of food, you should go out to dinner with my parents.
So they didn't like it?
No, they didn't like it.
No, but I think though, like, because it's fun, like kind of what you're saying. Like, I think it's instilled in you with the kind of thing. But I think so. Like, I just get the sense because I've seen your mom with some comments on here. Like, I think like it's already ruled out from the start. Like, there's no way a Connecticut restaurant can be good. I think that's like programmed in.
No, that's not true.
Materiello blood. What has been like?
They love the Castle on Faithful Ave. The Castle, the Irish bar pub restaurant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, did we go there on St. Patrick's Day?
Yes, I think we did. Actually.
Okay. What did you get? Like Reuben's or something?
I think I got the bangers and mash, shepherd's pie. My dad got this fish sandwich. I think that told him to get, and everything was very delicious. They love that. Would love to go back there. I'm trying to think other restaurants. They didn't like Malto. I think they said it was okay. We went to Malto. We went to Sinclair. They like that.
I never had that.
Sinclair's nice. We went there, I guess, for my graduation for brunch, which was awesome. I'm trying to think what else. They enjoyed Mecha. They really enjoyed Mecha.
Okay. But I think what I was getting at,
it's Italian food.
Yes. Yeah. Like there's no I don't even think Remos, honestly. I think a little sweet on the vodka sauce.
Yeah, that vodka sauce my mother would not like. But I will say, I don't know, dude. It's also tough. Like, what I gotta find a good Italian restaurant. I mean, honestly, the best Italian restaurant I've probably been to, I guess, Remos is good, but there's this place in Stratford, something with a Biagio, I think it was called. That was pretty fire. It's right next to, I think, a Chinese restaurant called Panda Garden, maybe.
Okay, but is it on Barnum Avenue?
No.
But no. It's by Riders Landing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, because Sam's grandparents used to go there.
Biagio?
I've never had that though. Yeah.
Dude, I had this like duck ravioli there.
Duck?
Oh my god, it was so good. And then the wine.
I feel like I've told you about this. It was a long time ago, but when my sister was doing grad school at Northwestern, we went out to Chicago a bunch. A couple of times we went to the duck restaurant. Like I'm talking literally ducks like hanging from the ceiling.
Wow.
And I had never had duck before. Amazing.
Dude, duck is great.
Yeah. And the duck bar tacos are pretty good as well.
Oh, you always gotta bring it back to bar taco, huh?
Kind of. Yeah. I never have it anymore. Like we don't go anymore. Like I used to get a takeout, but it's like literally by myself, takeout, and like maybe I'm getting a little more than I need. But the problem is it's like you get a couple tacos. Okay, it's $45, $50 like with some salsa or whatever. Or for an extra $15, $20, you get the party pack, the 3 sides, the 2 fillings, the chips and salsa. Like it's just like, you know what I mean? I want my value, but you're $70 for takeout. And then it's like, well, I could have had a pizza and like a penny vodka from Remos, and it would have been as much.
Still would have had, with the tip.
I just like the taste of it though, and I'm just so like with the chips, dude. I like really the chips. Like I could just have it all the time.
Yeah, the chips.
Honestly. I know you don't like the guac, but you like a really good salsa, right?
Love great salsa, dude.
Yeah. Cantina, Stanford. Have you ever had it?
In Stanford. We go to the
Summer Street.
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, dude, I keep forgetting I think we went to Cantina, but maybe it was Stanford. I don't remember, to be honest.
It's like right on the main road.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
Oh, street over from Bedford Street, where like, Bradford's and those places are.
Dude, not gonna lie, it was Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Oh, because there's Riviera Maya is another place as well, which is right around the corner.
Was there another cantina? I know there's one in Fairfield.
There's one in Norwalk.
We went to the Norwalk.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, me and Sam just had a takeout on Friday. It was fire. Just you could just tell really, really good salsa.
Thick and spicy. Thick and chunky.
So
I like salsa thick and chunky.
thinner but spicy.
Okay,
but
that's
not
good.
watery.
I don't.
but
Yeah,
not
when it's
thick.
like watery,
no,
like
not
it's like, what are we
watery, but
doing,
like
dude?
a thin salsa. Yeah.
I'm glad we're talking about food though, because remember when I told you went to all you can eat
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings? Zach over here calling him out in the show. 12 wings.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were talking about that actually.
What happened? Yeah.
I'd say more like 15.
Oh, all
and these are
right.
bone or boneless?
They're only boneless. And honestly, it's funny because I was thinking about it too, because I was like, wow, he only had 12, but like they give you 10 to start, and then it goes increments of 6.
Okay, so it really was like 15, 16.
Yeah. Which isn't as bad, I guess. But it was like, dude, we were talking about it. Go hungry, empty stomach.
But did you go hungry, Zach?
Go there hungry.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go there hungry?
Yeah.
Like, didn't eat anything all day.
No, I had like a
Breakfast.
lunch.
No, but
lunch.
like just
dude.
taking a complete
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
here. I have a feeling Zach doesn't eat quite as much as me and you do. I think that's the biggest thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
It depends. Like if it's something I really like, then
Like you'll go ham on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like those wings, by the way? Like those boneless wings? Like, do you like them? Or is it really more just a deal for you?
It was more of the deal.
Yeah, it's more of the deal.
I would get regular wings if I had the choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the flats.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Bone-in wings. It's actually so funny because I saw some guy there like
Wait, they're called
hammering.
flats?
Yeah, like the
Oh, I
instead
never
of the
heard that.
drumsticks, there's drumsticks in the flats. Yeah,
Oh, okay. It's a
Yeah.
specific type of wing. I thought
Yeah.
like just bone wings were called flats.
Oh,
I
no,
hadn't
no.
heard that term before.
Wow. Don't have wings a lot, huh? But dude, I found it really funny because there was a ton of people there eating the bone-in wings, and I just found that funny because I'm like, wow, like on the night where it's all you can eat boneless, you're still getting bone-in. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. some
Also,
people
their
don't like
burgers looked really
boneless.
good.
Yeah. I remember you saying everybody's getting the burger.
But
I don't know. Yeah, I can't.
But if I go there again, dude, I'm not, especially for all you can eat boneless wings, I'm not straying too far outside the zone. of
Wait, and how
sauces
many did
here.
you have?
I had 24.
24. And like, could you have kept going or?
See, if I focused on just the wings, to be honest, I was there for a good time, you know,
Yeah.
like a couple.
couple pops.
Well, I had a couple of root beers.
No pops.
No beer, dude. I had a root beer, and then I
Everything
was like
okay?
slamming waters too. So I had a lot of fries. Like every time I got it, we got the fries. So it
I
was
don't.
like,
I feel like I don't know. Like, I never go there, but I want to say. I mean, like the last 10, 15 times. I don't know if I've ever went there like not having any. It just seems like a place like you
beer?
go like where
I
you
just
would
didn't
be-
want to like because I knew it because that's how they get you with the deal.
Oh
You
yeah.
buy beers, and all of a sudden your bill's 100, and you're like, oh.
Oh yeah, but actually though, they have deals at the bar. They're like drafts. Like it's really not that expensive.
Really?
You check in pits, making sure.
No, I just
You had an
I
itch.
actually had like an itch. I didn't
No,
want to.
no, no. It's like
Why
one
would
of
they
those
sniff my
low-key
armpit?
thing, like,
Really?
oh, just make sure I'm okay over here. I
I
mean, it is being recorded, Tony. I hope you know that.
Yeah, just a chin itch. Okay, just one of these.
Oh, jeez.
But honestly, I'm probably not gonna go back to B Dubs for a while, dude.
See,
'cause,
I never go there,
dude, it's
but I definitely like it, to be honest. Maybe it's because I never go there, but I love their onion rings. You ever have their onion rings?
I don't
Or you
think-
don't like
I don't
onion
think so.
rings?
No, I love onion rings.
Okay.
No, I like onion rings.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had them, but I honestly like really looking back on going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't think I've ever went there and not kinda at least had a little bit of a stomach ache afterwards.
But also, again, I know
Right.
this time was different, but like a pizza and wings. I mean, you're like that's always going to be kind of tough on the way out.
Yeah, I guess so, but I really think that their quality of food is a little low.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting. Like, and I like boneless wings better, and I know you like boned wings better, right?
Mhm.
So, what would you say in this area? I mean, just Archie's is your favorite. Like, if you're taking the
Oh, for
deal
wings.
part of it out of it.
Out of it. Yeah, I guess Archie's.
Right.
Sometimes Archie's though, like you buy them in bulk and they're not as good.
Well, if you get
know?
them for the Super Bowl, they're not as good.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, like Fire Engine Pizza wings, amazing.
And is it like a buffalo?
It's
or-
a spicy buffalo.
Spicy
dude.
buffalo, gotcha.
It gets you sweating a little bit.
wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, interesting stuff. Definitely getting me hungry.
freaking starving for
Yeah,
wings
probably
right now.
because me and Matt golfing later, so probably gonna get Remos later. So really, probably just gonna have a protein bar between now and like 7:00. So
Dude, that Remos at 7:00 is gonna be ridiculous.
it is going to hit. And actually, no, it'll probably be later than that because probably be 8:00 almost.
Dude, it's like 8 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, gotta do it. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
And like I said, as much as I like a big lunch, I mean, right? I mean, it's even if you have a big lunch and then have your donut in, like, aren't you still kind of like beat?
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, no, literally after a big lunch, don't it in like I want to take a nap.
like it's
Yeah.
tough to just keep. That's why I'd rather just be hungry instead,
Yeah.
even though that's not necessarily ideal either. But I think it's better than like being overstuffed and beat. Honestly,
Yeah, if I'm not hungry, I can still get through the day.
yeah,
But if I'm like tired and full, I'm just like, oh,
it's
man.
over. Yeah. That's why the protein bar, in
Yeah,
a
there's something to look
pinch.
forward to as well.
Yeah, something to look
dude.
forward to, like kava yesterday. You gotta try it, dude.
You gotta have like a rewards point system there. Or something
They
for
probably
you,
do. I
dude?
didn't look into it, but I know you would go there. There'd be some critiques,
I would love to try it, dude.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's pretty good. I mean, Matt liked it.
Matt freaking
Yeah.
loves it, dude.
Yeah, so
Which is really funny.
interesting stuff. And I know he's in the comment section. What else we got here besides our favorite robot?
Oh yeah, that's right, dude. We Kev Duke came in. We want the smoke, he says. Shout out to the entire DTV crew. Josh B also with a big let's go. Corporate America.
Wait, America?
America today again. Have a great show. I'll be
Just boy.
in and out, dude. Matthew Gabriel also.
Josh
with
B. Matthew Gabriel
with is pronounced you Kev Duke.
You give Duke.
Josh B boy. And now he's texting in the old sports group.
And
too.
then he's texting the group.
He's
But
all
yeah,
over the place right now,
Josh,
dude.
we want you to have a great day as well.
Corporate America.
I know you enjoyed that Yankees game last night.
I don't think he watched it, dude.
And we'll get to that in a second. It was kind of funny. Just one of those things like the Yankee fan. Like I should have just not even said anything just because it would be kind of funny. Like if you could kind of picture the situation. So when I went to go get my coffee before, there was some guy standing outside of Cumberland Farms with the Yankee hat. So like I just did the, because I have the shirt on, like just did the
Classic.
like that. And then I just had to throw it in there. I'm like, let's go Yanks. Like, and he was riled. He's like, let's go Yankees.
Is that what he sounded like? Yankees.
There was an accent there.
Yeah.
I probably didn't, imitate it properly.
Oh,
But
okay.
There was an accent there. So I'm just saying, it's just one of those things, the Yankee brand, Tony. I know you could talk about that forever.
Sure, dude.
Come on, dude. I mean, no, but I know we always ask these type of questions. Let's just say end of the season, Yankees in the playoffs. Mets not. Like, in all honesty, do you, when it comes down to it, like, do you want to see them win?
The Yankees?
Yeah. What, like, if the Mets are eliminated?
I mean, like, but like, what? Like, it depends on what other. Who else is like? Who they like in the World Series? Like, who they playing in the World Series? Are they playing the Phillies? Because rather
Phillies or Dodgers?
if it's Dodgers, I'd rather see Dodgers win.
But I still like, you just like Ohtani? Like, I don't.
I mean, at that point, yeah, I'd love to see Freeman.
Well, there's a Brave connection.
It's more about Freddie Freeman. No matter what team he's on, it doesn't matter.
But what happened to the whole New York angle, though?
Yeah, but see, like, for me, I mean, I appreciate the New York angle, obviously. And if it was the Phillies, I'd be rooting for the Yankees.
Mm-hmm. But is it the Braves? You're rooting for the Braves?
The Braves aren't going to make it.
But I'm just saying.
If it's the Braves, I don't know. That's a good question.
Chipper not at any of the games.
Why not?
Just not. Said nope.
See,
Nope. I'm just chilling. I'm watching my TV. Good luck, guys. Video message before game one.
We'll get the fuck out of here with that. What if he's like, I'm not going. I'd rather see the Mets in there. I'm not going to see if the Braves are in there. And then I'd be like, all right, let's go Braves. But anyway, I don't know. I just feel like Dodgers at that point. I'd rather not have the honestly. I just don't want to hear it. I just really don't want to hear it sometimes. Like right now, I don't want.
But I just feel like all this.
hearing it,
Well, why did you like the past couple of years spend all this time about like for New York? You support New York, and then like New York's there, and then you're rooting across the country. Like I don't understand that.
Well, because I mean that really was kind of different. That conversation for rooting for New York would if I'm at the game,
Okay.
sure, like if I'm going to this game, like I'm gonna.
But I think by saying this, you're trying to make up for the jersey. So now you're taking a stand
For the
by
jersey,
saying,
I don't care. The jersey is fine. First of all, if I go to a Yankee Rays game and I'm rooting for the Yankees, like what?
Okay.
Like
now, no matter who it's against, if they do win, like you honestly will be annoyed or not?
I'll be happy for the team. I'll be really happy for Volpe.
Yeah.
Soto, that's great. But I mean, am I gonna be tired of hearing it? Like after the
Well, you
first
think I'm
10
going to talk about it that much?
What else are you gonna talk about, Brian?
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. It's one of those things, maybe a couple shows after the World Series is over, mention of the parade.
A couple of shows, so like 2 days, 2 shows.
But like, I don't know. I just feel like, I mean, we're kind of due. I mean, all we've had to celebrate here, and you don't. I think anyway didn't want to see it. Like, is like UConn, like the last 4 years. Like it's all we've been able to celebrate, really. And like I said, like I don't think you wanted to see them win. So
I mean, I could honestly kind of care a little less about UConn.
no. I mean, it's wild coaster, but we'll get it later.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
What is that?
Bless you, by the way.
Thank you.
But you know what I mean? Like it's definitely time to like celebrate a championship on the show. Like we're so overdue.
Oh, the show, yeah, definitely. But it should have been the Rangers championship. It wasn't. So I mean, you gotta wait till next year.
But it's New York. Would you go to the Yankee parade?
I think I would have to, I guess, right?
Yeah, but then you'd be tight. Like I guess I struggle to like see where you're at because you know where I am with the Mets, but I just seems like there's like you're in between, but like I guess I just can't get like a gauge on it.
Yeah, no, I mean, in between is an interesting way to describe it because again, like I said, it's like you look at some of the players in the Yankees, they do like I mean they're playing really well right now. Like Rodon winning a World Series would be cool to see.
Judge, I mean, you can't not like.
Yeah, no,
Judge.
of course,
yeah.
But again, like I'm just thinking right now, going into Manhattan, where there's going to be probably, like let's say 5 million Yankee fans.
And then if you heard a couple Mets suck chants, then like you might leave or no?
I don't know about leave, fight maybe, dude. Because like what, honestly, dude, if the Yankees win the World Series and you're at the parade and like you're thinking about the New York Mets, like you're a Mets fan at that point. Honestly, you are a fan of the Mets.
That's so funny. Well, I wouldn't be saying that. I'm just
saying, but if someone does, like, there's something wrong with them. Like they should go see a team of psychiatrists or something.
Yeah,
because you should be focused on what the Yankees were doing.
And this just came out, I think right before the show started, but Michael, with his comment here, RIP legend Jerry West, the logo built the Lakers dynasty and Golden State Warriors. 86 years old. Obviously had a great run as a player, as an executive, and seemed to be, obviously I didn't know him personally, but seemed to be a very well-respected, liked legend of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like it. And I mean, I've seen that guy appear on TV. He always seems kind of chipper. And Mike told me too. I think he was responsible, right, for the Warriors keeping Klay Thompson too. Because
there was something
they wanted to get rid of. He said, "No, I like him."
What's he doing for them now?
Well, yeah, but still, I mean, obviously, like that was a good
maybe
move
this was before their last title. I'm assuming. Must have been.
You'd have to ask Michael.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I just remember the conversation with Mike talking about it, and like you said, the logo too. It's pretty crazy. The amount of impact that guy has had on the league.
Yeah, and too, you think about what he would have had to endure if he played and had the same results like right now as he did back then. Because I think wasn't he like 1-10 in the finals or something?
Oh, really?
Because the Celtics beat him every time.
Jesus,
there was something like that. Almost want to. I'm gonna look that up actually.
Michael says he drafted them all, and he said all NBA Finals records.
All NBA Finals record. Jerry West career finals record.
And he said yes, 1-10. That's what he's assuming too.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let's see. It's gonna stat muse. 22 and 33. Where
is that like lifetime?
That's
like
all.
Not just as a player.
No. That's let's see. Finals 9 times. Oh, but he only won 1. Yeah, so 1 and 8.
Yeah.
But imagine like if LeBron was 1 and 8, like how much, like that would have.
He would not be in the conversation.
No. So it's kind of crazy. Definitely was a legend in his own right. So definitely, condolences to his family. Definitely lost a great one today. So obviously tomorrow, is the U.S. Open. Pinehurst, going to be legendary. And I purposely waited to ask this, this question to you. I know I had sent something in the group chat last night, but I wanted to get a live reaction. The McElroys reconciling, Tony. The divorce is off. What were your thoughts about that?
I think it's one of the more bizarre things I've heard in recent history, to be honest, dude. And the way, like, Rory's statement was so weird. how he was saying how like things
were
like,
being said.
yeah,
like trying
in
to
the
almost say
media.
that like he didn't file for divorce.
Yeah,
which
like
obviously
what
he
the
did.
fuck are you talking about? Like whatever was it? Wells Fargo? Did they have to Wells
Yes,
Fargo? He
yes.
filed like,
Yeah.
and it was on social media. Kepka, the wife, then the tennis player, who whatever, the whole thing, dude. Like clearly it was out in the open. So I don't really know what he was referring to when he said that. And I want to say maybe he realized he'd be losing more money
No,
than
that's
he
what I was just about
thought.
to
Like it
say.
has to be that. dude.
Having a tough time thinking the fire has been rekindled.
Yeah, like
you know?
what the hell, dude?
And I know we're not close to the situation, but
Right,
I
of course,
kind
of
of feel like
course.
it's the money, the process, and then the fact that they have a young daughter who I think is it 4 years old?
Yeah, I think they had 2 kids.
I thought it was just Poppy McElroy, his daughter.
I thought that was their newest Rory McIlroy
Children.
children. Thank you.
A
I guess
daughter.
a daughter with his estranged wife.
No longer estranged.
No longer
But
estranged.
you really would say percentage
Dude,
like
what the fuck?
almost zero, that it's like they really just like reconciled and like they're they got googly eyes again, Tony. Like you think no way?
Zero shot. Like there's no way, dude. What are we talking about, dude? What do you threaten with divorce over something that can be reconciled? I don't know, dude. Like it has to be the money or something, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't everything money at this point?
Yeah, no, really.
Yeah.
I mean, and it can't be. It's definitely not. Oh, we decided to stay together for our daughter, whatever. But like, you already like file. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh,
And do you think this impacts his performance at all this week in Pinehurst?
I don't know, man. If anything, it makes me think he's gonna play even worse.
You think worse?
Yeah, because like we said, like, is it real? Is it reconciled, or is he now gonna be married and fucking angry all the time? Like, because he doesn't want like.
But also too, what if it's like an agreement where they're like they have significant others and it's just like
Like
they
they're
just wanna
separated but not divorced, almost.
yeah, like, and that's just how it's just. But
Yeah.
technically, legally, they're not even separated, but they are. Like,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Just kind of beating the system. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is.
And she's just getting paid on the side, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Like, an allowance per month.
Yeah, and they just want to like, be like not lose because really maybe too they're like, well, I mean, the government's going to take a lot of this money through this divorce. Why don't we just keep it for ourselves and use it for our
Yeah.
daughter?
I guess that would be a nice thing to do, but they don't seem like Roy doesn't seem like a nice guy, dude. But I guess good for the wife if it works out for her. Kind of, I mean, geez, so crazy, dude.
Would it not be though, like almost where like a movie would have to be created if he were to win this week?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like 10 years of
Literally,
misery,
like,
no major championships, brink of divorce, reconciles, wins that
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
I mean, kind of crazy.
Like they wake up one day, wait, no, we can do this, and then they stop the divorce, and then he goes off and wins.
No, imagine divorce off, wins, and then next week live announcement.
Oh my god! Like,
Then we definitely have to have a movie. I feel like this could be a downtime production, honestly. Jay
It's
with
gonna have
his
to be.
accent could play Rory, right?
Yes, he definitely could, dude.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
that'd be crazy.
That's an idea. What else we got here?
Yes, let's go. Michael Theophil says that he, as in LeBron, is 4-10, so LeBron isn't far off.
Well, no. He's not 4-10. He's 4-6, and Jerry West was 1-8. So, not that I know Michael knows more basketball than me, but that does make a difference. Tony.
Maybe
That's all
say
I'm
he's
saying.
gonna be 4-10.
No, because he's only been to 10.
Kev Dew also says, "Fuck the Yankees, let's go Mets." Stop the bullshit, Tony.
And Matthew Ryan alluded to this. I mean, you're saying let's go Mets. I mean, you just lost to the Marlins. Let's take it easy, bud, huh?
He said, I didn't say let's go Mets.
He said let's go Mets.
Who?
Kev.
Kev Dew?
Yeah.
Oh, he did say let's go Mets. That's right. Is that? Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
Matthew Ryan says at Michael Theophil, awesome studio guys. Interesting how just adds Michael there.
Yeah.
And then he also says, how did the Mets lose 4-2 to the Marlins? We'll talk about it, Matthew. And then he says, Rory is not a good guy.
I mean, it seems like it. Seems like he's a snake, right?
So, yeah, something's really fishy. Speaking of
Yeah.
snakes in the grass here, Danny V says, morning, fellas. Let's go.
Burn it.
And he goes, yo, Kev Duke kicking a thorn bush barefoot,
Wow.
which is just fucking brutal, dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So,
Rory.
that being said, yeah, our 2024 U.S. Open, starting tomorrow.
You going with Rory?
This tournament starting in 1895. So this has obviously been around a very, very long time. And I just wanted to see her. No, I just was seeing if there was any. Okay, so there was two. Looks like just 2 tournaments canceled. Because I think they had said, or let me just see what this. Okay, so 2024. I was trying to see.
When's the last time it was at Pinehurst?
No, that was 2014.
Okay.
It'll be it's the 1000th USGA stage championship in organization's history.
Really? The 1000th?
Yeah. Well, like, because they're counting the amateur championship and stuff. I was just looking for, usually they show on here. Oh, 124th. Okay. I knew it was 124th because it was like symmetrical with the year. But anyway, Pinehurst, it's been 10 years. Martin Keimer won the last time. He's now on Live. But the last time this tournament was hosted, 8 strokes clear of Eric Compton and Ricky Fowler. So that was 10 years ago. That was 9 under par. So obviously not many people under par that year.
Only 3.
And obviously too, when it comes to the U.S. Open, we always think about the difficulties of the course, and just how difficult these 4 days are. We saw what Wyndham Clark did last year at LA Country Club. There was some thoughts too that was too easy. I don't know if you remember, but like day 1, scoring was very low, and then like the rest of the tournament, everybody kind of like faded out. So he ended up winning at 10 under. Fitzpatrick at the Country Club in Boston was 6 under. Rahm at Torrey Pines was 6 under. Bryson was 6 under in 2020 at Winged Foot. In Tony's favorite place in New York, Mamaroneck.
Hey.
Just 4 years ago. And then Gary Woodland, 13 under at Pebble Beach. And also Brooks Koepka, the last U.S. Open champion over par. He was +1 at Shinnecock. Again, one of Tony's favorite places in New York. And that was back in 2018. So needless to say, scoring usually lower. Greens difficult. We talked about the Soup Bowl aspect there. So this is going to be a test, and this is going to get underway at 6:45 tomorrow morning. So you'll have Michael McGowan teeing off with Carter Jenkins, Logan McAllister. So they're going 3s off the tee, and then on the back, they're going with Rico Hoey, Tom McKibben, Matteo Mannacero. So if you could give me 10 minutes on each of those, Tony, I'd appreciate it.
That's pretty funny, dude.
A lot of amateurs in the field.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Tiger getting the exemption, but there's so many storylines here. John Rahm actually withdrew due to a foot infection, so he won't be in the field here. But obviously, you think about the obvious storylines here. The number one thing is, can Scotty win his 6th event of the year, his 2nd major? And then you think about Rory. Can he snap the 10-year drought? Can Phil, complete the career Grand Slam? Obviously, that seems a little out there. Tiger in the field. Can he finally break through for the first time in 5 years? You had Xander win the PGA last month. Does he have a shot here? He usually plays well in majors. Colin Morikawa hasn't won a major in a couple years. Is it going to be him? Ludwig Gobert. He's one of those ascending golfers
right now.
I mean, he has to be in the conversations to hit the gala as well. Maybe as a long shot, Ashke Bahadia. Will Jordan Spieth and Justin Thomas have some type of renaissance here? So many storylines. It's so interesting. And it really is one that's difficult, to handicap. And I know we had our picks a while ago, going with Victor, me going with Scotty Scheffler. And obviously that, is shaping out pretty good. I mean, I know he won last week. That's the only thing that gives me a little hesitation. But, I think we'll have, a sleeper and then probably talk about some other, situations as well. So, I mean, what are your thoughts here kind of just about, what I said? I mean, what are you, I guess, most interested to see? What question are you most intrigued to see answered this week at Pinehurst?
Honestly, I think what is really intriguing me the most is how the players react to how the greens are.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a video yesterday This guy, it was on PGA Tour Instagram.
Reed Fowler.
Perhaps no, I don't know. It didn't show who it was. It was just like it was like POV shot of this guy on the green, drops the ball, and he's not really in the middle. He's a little bit off to the right. Just drops the ball, and this ball like literally starts to just take off and get off the green, go out onto the fringe. And I'm just like, oh my God, literally. And the caption just says you're gonna have to stay in the middle the entire day. So it's gonna be, I think that's probably gonna be the hardest thing. If my understanding at Pinehurst, the fairways are somewhat easy to be landing on off the tee. So I think that's going to kind of, I mean, I suppose it's going to help some people, but I feel like a lot of guys who are already strong at that kind of works as a disadvantage, to be honest. So I think that, a lot of it's going to come down to how people are putting. And like I said, that's probably the biggest thing I'm looking at, how those greens are going to start to get in people's heads, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're definitely right about that. And I have to ask this, before we get to, our predictions and stuff. We always do this before every major. What are you thinking with Tiger here? I mean, I just feel like, I know like the reports are he looks good and stuff, but with these greens and the rough at a US Open is always going to be tough. I mean, I think we could be looking at a historically like bad 2 days here for Tiger, honestly.
Yeah.
Right? Like almost 80 tomorrow, potentially.
Oh, I know. It's
as
tough.
Much as I don't want to see that.
How is the course like tough to walk? Like,
I don't necessarily think so. I think it's just more like,
right.
Just how many shots are going to need to take each hole.
Yeah, true that. I know, right? It kind of seems like, for once, the weather's working in his favor, to be honest. Like, I mean, think about like the Masters with the wind and the rain and stuff. Like
hot. A ball will be traveling. But
I know, dude. And we talked about it too, like them kind of talking about Tiger, the swing right now during the practice rounds, looking great. I think everybody in the freaking world is rooting for this guy. And it is a shame because you do kind of want to think that he's going to at least be competitive. But like you said, Brian, it's going to be like, I don't know, man.
Percentage of one round under par.
Wow. Dude, 10%, 15.
I'm gonna say under 1%.
Oh,
so at least I'll be like pumped, like if it's the opposite. But I'm really tempering expectations for this one.
So you missed the cut.
Oh, easily. I mean, I think I asked you last week or the week before. I thought you said top 20.
Yeah,
and you're gonna stick with that, or
sure? Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Doubling down.
Wow, that's interesting.
That's right.
Tiger or Phil? Who's finishing better?
I guess I could see Phil getting into like close to top 10.
Really?
Top 12.
Both. I think he misses the cut as well.
Really?
Yep.
How has he been doing over there at Live Tour? Doesn't he? I thought he golfs well for them.
Nah. He hasn't won any events or anything.
Really?
No.
Who's even good over there? Who's winning their events?
Well, last week Carlos Ortiz won.
Okay.
I know DJ's won a couple, but hasn't won a lot recently. Brooks has won a couple, hasn't won recently. Rahm hasn't won anything.
Rahm's a loser. Talk
Cam
about someone
Smith,
who's going to get divorced, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah, he definitely.
Oh, you're just saying just based on like his attitude?
In the next 6 months, dude.
It's really a shame how like Liv is just like gobbled up Cam Smith.
Honestly, dude.
Like Cam Smith should be like right there with Scottie Scheffler. And it's like, I think his performance at these majors has been okay, but like, I don't know. It's just, when was the last time he hasn't been close to winning since that Open Championship where he beat Rory and Cam Young
3 seasons ago.
I think this year will be 3 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy when he won, dude.
And then just left right
after.
after.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Afterwards. Do you think though it's because he's just like not that great of a golfer and he just knew like, hey, this?
No, but he is though. His putting is unbelievable. But I don't know. I guess it's just not having that constant competition.
Yeah.
He's 4,000 to 1. So 40 to 1. I mean, it's worth taking a stab at, I guess, but I don't know. Top finishing live golfer.
I mean, I guess I know it's kind of tough, dude. Because I feel like I guess maybe Brooks.
That's your official?
It's tough, dude, because I was looking at like how Brooks has been doing coming over to the PGA, and he has not had a top 25 finish in the last 3 majors.
Okay, so you're saying the Open and then the Masters and the PGA.
Yeah, but I feel like this could be a good bounce back for him, dude. He was
Could.
tight, dude, at the PGA.
Yeah.
So tight.
Like, I don't understand what happened.
He was honestly like fucking just terrible. I was watching, I think one day, I want to maybe say Sunday or Saturday, I was watching his feature group. It was him and I think one of the Svensson guys.
Mhm.
And the both of them, I feel like I'm watching this and then like 20 minutes to just keep looking for the balls the whole time, like off the tee. It was just not good off the tee, which is so odd. So yeah, I guess give me Brooks. Why not? The bounce back. He's tight. He doesn't want to deal with it. He's probably even more tight now that Rory is still staying married. So let's go, dude.
I'm gonna go. I was about to say Bryson. And I think he's definitely gonna have a good tournament and really has a chance to win, which would be his second US Open. But I'm gonna say Smith. Just I don't know. I just feel like he's due to have another run here at the majors. And he was 6th at the Masters, did make the cut at the PGA, but finished tied for 63rd, which is one of the last of the people that made the cut. But last year you look at it, two top tens, 4th at last year's US Open. So I'll say Smith is the best finishing live golfer.
Where do you think Brooks end up finishing? You think
25?
Okay.
Yeah, I was really high on him going to the year, but he's just been very disappointing.
Very.
Just throwing out random stuff here. Better tournament this week: Tommy Fleetwood or Justin Thomas?
Wow. I feel like Fleetwood is always that type of guy who's like kind of hanging around,
still looking for that first win on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, dude. So give me that. Give me Fleetwood.
Yeah. I'm gonna say so too. JT, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I feel like he just that first PGA Championship he won. You figure, okay, like now he's really gonna take off, and it just has been anything but. I mean, obviously the big comeback at Southern Hills. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It just seems like a lot of times these guys, middle of their careers, kind of hit a wall, and it's all about how successful you're going to be, how you navigate through those murky waters. So, definitely excited to watch this one. I know too, TV wise, combination of Peacock, USA Network, obviously NBC, your main coverage there. So a lot of shots to be hit, a lot of shots to be seen, and a lot of great sights out there at Pinehurst. So I'm pumped up. But let's make it official. You're staying with Victor. I mean, is it as simple as that, Tony?
Yeah. I am staying with Victor Hovland. I'm gonna stick with him here. Obviously, a guy who has a underwhelming start, I guess you could say. Hasn't had a win yet this year, but again, he got cut the Masters, and I think that's when he kind of woke up, got the different coach, started hitting the ball differently. Comes back, Wells Fargo, tied for 24th. Solo 3rd finish at the PGA, which was great for him, and then tied for 15th at the Memorial last week. We talked about it, crazy up and down. Showing for him, a lot of holes. He was just like making ridiculous shots just to save par. But nonetheless, at the end of the tournament, he did find, his iron work a little bit. His play off the tee was better. His normal patented, tee to green, was ranked pretty well. So, I think like many other golfers, it's going to fall on him with the putting, and where he's maybe fallen short there previously. I have confidence with his new coach, which is his old coach, is going to bring him back to center here. So let's go. I say Hovland. I don't know. I know, tough course, dude. 7 under.
7 under.
Yeah.
Okay. And sleeper.
Sleeper pick. I'm gonna stick with Tony Finau, I think. I was saying a few weeks ago, the sleepers, I kind of want to follow one guy for sleeper, see what happens. And speaking of following Tony Finau, which I've been in for the past few tournaments, tied for 18th at the PGA, tied for 17th, Charles Schwab Memorial, tied for 8th. He's been playing well. And he goes another guy too, I feel like could, is one of those veteran players, capitalize, maybe others make some mistakes, see, his lane and shoot that gap there. So give me Tony Finau.
All right.
I think so plus 5,000 or something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely like that pick. There's so many different ways to go, but yeah,
So
definitely we'll stick with Scotty. He's the hottest golfer in the game right now, and I don't see anything slowing him down. And I just think tough course, he's able to navigate it. I mean, if he can navigate in a rest, Tony, and then finish in the top 10 in the middle of a major, I don't think Pinehurst and their rough and their Soup Bowl greens are going to be that challenging for him. So I'm going to say he wins. I'm going to say he wins at 4 under. I think this is really going to be a battle this week. As a sleeper, kind of a good story type of situation. Adam Scott, last guy in this field, actually, believe it or not, taking Grayson Murray's spot. He had qualified after winning the Sony Open. I saw there's like a locker, a tribute to Grayson. But Adam
That's
Scott
so
has
sad.
this streak of playing all the majors for like a very long amount of time. He's 43 years old. So I don't know. There's just something about that. And I just feel like even as he's aged, we see him able to contend. Recently a tied for 12th at the Charles Schwab. Earlier this year, he was a top 10 at the Phoenix Open, top 20 at the Genesis, and a top 20 at the Valero. So still able to do it, was cut at the PGA, and then finished tied 22nd at the Masters. So I think he has a shot. So he'll be my sleeper. But all I could say is I just can't wait to watch this US Open. And here we are already, and it's our third major of the season. But I think this is going to be must-see TV. And just very excited to see those first tee shots tomorrow, just before 7:00. So let's go, right?
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm pumped.
Absolutely. So good stuff. Obviously, we'll have some coverage on this tomorrow. But let's go now to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it! Yep. And Alonso cracks one to win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Throw deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So another outstanding night last night for your New York Yankees, winning the second straight game here against the Kansas City Royals. Also third straight overall, in dominant fashion, 10-1. So came out swinging in this one, and really was not a surprise to me. I had said how Singer had pitched well, but we saw his struggles last season, and it just didn't seem like the Yankees lineup, with Judge back in there, would face any type of test. And how about this too? After this win, I heard this. I think it was on DNR this morning. 16-1 against the AL Central this year for the Yankees. So
Really?
talk about dominance against one division. Now 48 up, only 21 down. And you look at, summarizing this game here, we know it was Singer versus Marcus Stroman. And really, it was freaking, I don't know what the heck
You
is
blowing it?
No, it's just my laptop is just lagging, but luckily,
The new laptop is lagging.
yeah, I don't know what it is. It looks like though the internet is somewhat questionable. Okay, I think I have it. Let me
You're
just see.
questionable. AL Central right now?
Okay. All right, we got this. So yeah, like I said, Stroman versus Singer. Yankees getting on the board first inning, a Judge single after a Volpe triple. So another triple for Anthony Volpe. Soto had walked. So Volpe scores on that one. That made it 1-0 Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton grounding into a fielder's choice in the first as well. Scores Juan Soto. So 2-0 after one. Stroman, lights out, first 3 innings, no runs allowed. Yankee offense, top of the fourth. You had Gleyber Torres with an RBI single that made it 3-0. And then Austin Wells, we've been waiting for this for a while. And I was talking about this with Corey the other day. You felt like he was due to run into one, a homer to center, 417 feet, scoring Stanton and Torres. So that made it 6-0. And it was funny with that homer, one of those botch jobs. And I think you would have got robbed for this, for the cameras, Tony. You look at it, the way the camera was like showing it, it looked like it was like a high pop up the center. And then they just push it back like out. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
really?
Like, it was a zoom in shot, and then they push it back to the outfield wall. So a dead center shot there, 417 feet. So you could tell the joy on Austin Wells' face after that one. So like I said, that made it 6-0. Another clean 4th and 5th inning for Marcus Stroman. And then you had as well the Cabrera in the top half of 6 innings, singling to center, scoring Gleyber Torres. And then Stroman gets 2 outs in the 6th. Yankees go to the bullpen, go to Ron Marinaccio, who has taken the spot of Dennis Santana, who was released or put on or designated for assignment and then claimed, I think, by the Pirates, if I'm not mistaken. So Marinaccio back up. So it was good to see him back in the mix. So he gets that final out of the 6th inning. 7th inning, the Yankees' big guns. Aaron Judge, an absolute bomb to center, 436 feet. 2-run shot, scoring Juan Soto 9-0. And then how about Stanton, like he kind of does, end of the game, attack on shot, his 16th. I mean, it was a
Both
bomb,
of the stats.
446, but I have to say, I mean, it does seem like a lot of these home runs are coming later in the game when like the outcome isn't in question. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Has done well in the playoffs. And like I said, I would prefer to move on from him. But if he's going to be on the team, of course, we're going to support him. So that made it 10-0. Marinaccio gives up a home run to Furman in the 8th to make it 10-1. And then you had Victor Gonzalez pitch a clean 9th inning, working around a walk to finish this one out. 10-1 Yankees. Not only did they score 10 runs, but they had 10 hits. And if you look at the particulars here, Judge 2 for 3, 3 RBIs, now has 25 home runs this year. Stanton with a multi-hit game, 2 for 4 with that home run, is 16th. Austin Wells 2 for 3 with those 3 RBIs on that home run. So a strong performance on his end. Anthony Rizzo in his return to the lineup, 0 for 5. Did have an over the shoulder, almost Willie Mays-esque, but like on a smaller scale, of course, catch at first base. So at least, he did that. But yeah, that's really the synopsis of this one. Volpe, by the way, that triple, his 7th of the season. So a lot of triples here already for Anthony Volpe. But again, we just find ourselves recapping a Yankee game. Nothing but positive things to say here. And it's nice to see Stroman bounce back after a tough performance last time out. No runs allowed and only 4 hits, 3 walks through 102 pitches, ERA at 2.82. Great to get Marinaccio back. So it's like I said, I mean, you just the machine keeps on going, Tony.
Yeah, seems like it, dude. And I for me personally, I mean, I'm excited to see Marinaccio back. Like you said, I feel like that's someone who definitely deserved a shot. Coming out of the bullpen for the Yankees, and 2 1/3, right? So got a good amount of pitches in there to give that a home run to Freddie Furman.
Yeah,
not to be confused with Freddie Freeman, who is their catcher, I believe, right? Royals catcher, I think
he is. I'm actually not.
I think when Perez is DH
or first base.
First base. Yeah.
Because I didn't realize too that he plays first base. Me and Corey, we were watching the game the other night, and I saw him at first, Perez. But you kind of see that with catchers later in the career, Piazza, Posada, sometimes, but not really.
Bit, not really.
Yeah, a little bit though, a little bit.
He wishes.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know why I said exactly, but anyway. What's funny too? I liked the tweet, but Dan Grassa said, I think it was either late last night or this morning, like Yankees are a machine. Like so maybe Danny boy get a little humbled. I commented on his status and said something like, "What about LeMahieu's big buck?" But he didn't answer, of course, because he can't. He's better than that, right? But yeah, so I mean, there's just a lot to be excited about right now. And they will go for yet another series win tonight. 8-10, 165 favorites here. Cody Petit has done a great job coming up from AAA, in place of Clark Schmidt here. He's 2-0 with a 1.72 earned run average. Going up against Dan Altavilla, I guess the former Red Sox. He's only pitched 1 inning this year. So it almost seems like this is a opener scenario. 31 years old. I was going to do you have like the career stats here? Okay. Yeah. So this is an opener situation. So, I would watch out if I were the Royals in this one. This one could get ugly quick once again. I think the whole thing with an opener, Tony, especially an opener that's going to go 1 inning. I mean, when you have an opener game, a bullpen game, whatever you want to call it, I mean, you're relying on 6 guys all to be on for an entire night. Like, that's not going to work.
I know. It sounds kind of funny, but I mean, that's the risk you take. I mean, the odds of one of the guys coming in, God forbid you have to bring someone in with runners in scoring position or something like that too. I mean, like people are going to be giving up runs. And then on top of that, it's like, do the Royals really have a bullpen they can stretch across? You got to figure out a way how to get 27 outs here.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't think you're setting yourself up for success there. So yeah, really excited to tune into that one later. And it's unbelievable. I mean, You look at, the amount of games played here, you 48 and 21 for the Yankees, 27 over. So that would mean 48 and 21. So that's 69 games played. Judge with 25 homers. A decent shot here, Tony, to possibly match or eclipse those 62 homers back from 2022.
You think he does it? How many?
Just being on the conservative side, I'm going to say he hits 55, which is
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Great. What do you think? I mean, obviously, you have the ebbs and flows of the season. It's not consistent all the way through. But
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know. On this pace, I can see him hitting 60.
yeah, that would imagine if
that'd
he
be
breaks
crazy,
it though.
dude. That would be sick.
Second time in 3 years, that would be
Yeah.
nuts. But he's so dialed in. And do you feel like almost in a sense, like obviously, I mean, he's Aaron Judge. You're never gonna like forget about him or whatever, but he almost like went into this season like a little like, I don't know. Like people just weren't thinking about him as much because everybody was just focused on Soto.
Yeah, and also the toe narrative too. I think people
Yeah.
were banking on that toe.
So yeah, including Grasso.
Including Grasso.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
So it's unbelievable. I mean, it really seems like he's on track here to win it yet another MVP. So we'll have to see. But definitely good stuff here. On the other side of town, Mets, at home against the Marlins. Francisco Alvarez back, but
Crazy that
unfortunately
he's
coming
back.
up a little short here, 4-2.
Yeah, dude. And we'll get into a little bit of him. Let's get into this game. Obviously, we spoke about the Mets yesterday. And I mean, it's just like, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously downtrodden about it. Didn't have a lot of confidence coming. Zach, I don't know if you saw Cohen on the interview after London, but it was just a lot of hogwash. Dude. It really is. Coming to this game, you have Tyler McGill pitching. And now, I didn't watch the entire game, because we had binge buddies last night, thankfully. But you look at McGill's line here, 4 2/3. I watched the first 4 innings, 4 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs were scored, 2 of them being earned runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks. Now, through only 87 pitches, was taking out, in the middle of the 5th there after getting 2 outs. But nonetheless, dude, I mean, I don't know. I'm watching the first few innings of McGill here, and he's actually freaking dialed. His fastball is clocking in 96. That splitter he was throwing was getting those strikeouts. That splitter almost looked like a weird knuckleball. Zach, I don't know if you noticed that, but like the spin on his splitter, it's like it almost like doesn't even fully rotate in one direction. It's such a cool looking pitch. I don't know when McGill kind of developed that, but nonetheless, it was working. I mean, he was painting the outside corners with those pitches. His location was on it, and because of that, he had 8 strikeouts. What the hell's going on here? 8 strikeouts, over 4 2/3. I mean, he had some great, velocity on the fastball, and like I said, accuracy. So I thought this was gonna be a great game too. Mets actually go up earlier on. They take the lead, which, I mean, how often do I feel like I see Tyler McGill taking the mound and he has the lead behind him? But nonetheless, top of the second here, Tim Anderson, believe it or not, Brian, still plays here.
How's he doing this year, by the way?
It's actually funny. I was wondering that myself when I was watching this game. And
195. He was one of the best shortstops in the league. What, 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, dude. I mean, it was like electricity anytime he was on the field. Bro.
And didn't something happen? I know there was some, like he made some comments, but was there something else? Did he get a fight with somebody or something?
On the White Sox?
Yeah,
maybe.
Oh, well, there was a problem with
there
Donaldson, actually. And then remember that Donaldson said something that he shouldn't have. I forgot what
Tim Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're right. On the field.
Yeah. But was there something else, or that was the extent of it?
I mean, I just feel like there was such a large distaste for La Russa, too, at that time.
Okay.
On the White Sox.
Gotcha.
Because the whole, was it Yohan Moncada?
Yes.
Right, who hit a grand slam when they're up 10-0 or something.
But that whole, that shouldn't, the talk of that, no. This is professional sports.
Yeah.
You don't let up.
You
this
don't
isn't high
let up
school
ever.
football.
Exactly, dude. And to be like this is like an unwritten rule, which obviously La Russa is heavily old school, whatever he does. But like that, him, and then they sent down Moncada after that, and that created such a fissure, I feel like, in the locker room. And then everyone, it was just terrible. But anyway, so he has an RBI single here. makes it 1-0. But bottom of the second here, you have the Mets kind of scoring right away. Courtesy of Mark Vientos too. An RBI double, I think it was. Let's see, which scored. Yeah, it was double to the left that scored Martinez and Marte. I mean, first pitch slider just absolutely jumped on it. Must have been sitting off speed. Luzardo again. I know his line wasn't terrible, but he doesn't have great movement right now on his off speed.
Almost
pitches.
looking like Graham Ashcraft out there.
Honestly, dude, the Cincinnati Red legend, dude. But nonetheless, I mean, everything else kind of went copacetic. At that point, the Mets had a 2-1 lead, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, McGill's pitching well. All we probably need is a couple insurance runs and a solid outing from the bullpen. Unfortunately, things do start to fall apart here in the 5th inning with McGill. Starting off with Tim Anderson, leading off, gets a single to center, and then Fortes grounds out to third. And Anderson's able to go from, I think he stole second actually, and he's able to go from first to third. Now, the Anderson steal to second was probably, honestly, I thought the first time I started seeing Alvarez like not looking 100% because the throw was just so far off the mark that Iglesias had to like jump like literally 10 feet to his left to be able to get it. And normally, Alvarez, I know it's his first game back in a while, but again, the rehab starts and we've seen him, have throws behind the plate that are on a rope, But after that, Jazz Chisholm is up here, right? And now this is, again, another inclination where we start to see maybe Alvarez not 100% with the thumb here. But I think it was maybe the 7th pitch of the at-bat, a 4-seam fastball, fouls it off into Alvarez's glove, and immediately Alvarez drops the ball in pain, wincing.
Stays in.
Obviously stays in, but I'm just also in any other case that would have been caught and would have been out.
Oh, okay. But also though, did they check everything out after the game?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
He's just just a scenario of he's not 100%. He's nursing it back. He's still trying. But clearly having some trouble squeezing, it seems. And then when the next pitch off the strike zone, it's a ball. They walk Chisholm, and you have runners on first and third now with 1 out. Dale Cruz comes up. First pitch, cutter over the middle of the plate. Ropes one to left. Scores Chisholm and Anderson. 2-2 game just like that. And then wouldn't you know it, Jake Berger at the plate. Hits a hard hit grounder to third. Vientos makes a great play to get the ball. Rushing. Had time, doesn't want to take it, turns, spins, throws off the mark. Chisholm scores on the throwing error by Vientos, which is tough because obviously, Vientos still, in my eyes, is still battling for that everyday third base position too with Beatty. I know Vientos' bat is hot right now, but a defensive mistake like that, costing the Mets the lead, kind of tough. And then also it's tough on McGill too, because he kind of was pitching well.
Right.
Again, the inning could have been over and they maybe would have given up 1 run if it wasn't for, obviously Alvarez dropping the ball and then Vientos here with the throwing error. So he gets taken out. Young gets put in. Sanchez strikes out swinging, ends the inning, 3-2 game right there. But then after that, the Mets decide not to have any more offense. And honestly, Luzardo kept pitching, striking out Nimmo in the 6th here, kind of getting through that inning there. And like I said, I think there's an insurance run later on, of course, against off of Adam Ottavino, of course. And then the Mets, just no offense, end up losing this game 4-2, kind of tough. Matthew Ryan probably happy. A lot of takeaways here. Almost feel like, a couple bad plays. Oh, also, I totally forgot in that 5th inning too, there was that collision with Bader. I totally forgot to talk about that. Again, I want to say, I'm trying to see which hit it was. I want to say, was it Anderson? Yeah, it must have been the Anderson sitting in the center. We have the inning. Literally single high fly ball, center field. Bader and Nimmo both going back. No one's fucking talking, by the way. So then they do this thing where I know I kind of still want to blame Bader because the ball hit the palm of his glove and popped right out of his glove. And then he crashes into the wall. Again, what could have been an out ends up leading, Anderson is a runner on. He comes around the bags to score eventually. But at the end of the day, they just didn't communicate in the outfield. Nimmo kind of backed off last second, but because of that, it was last second. Bader kind of hesitated, ends up, again, like I said, hitting the glove, bouncing right out. He crashed into the wall awkwardly, was eventually taken out of the game, but I think is fine. I actually should double check, honestly, but dude, literally, I think, and Bader, he's so like with the dramatics and stuff like that. Like, dude, laying in center field like he's dead,
Really?
like up against the wall. But I think he ended up being fine. Yeah, this was 4 hours ago. Oh, no. Yankees injuries and roster moves. The hell's that? Yeah, he's fine. Bothered by reduced role. Don't handle it well. Shut the fuck up, Bader. Be better. So again, some outfield kerfuffles, some bad plays in the field, ends up costing what could look like a great line for McGill. Hit 8 Ks over 4 2/3, dude. Imagine if you went 7 innings, like 11 Ks, like that was there. But I just think the Mets kind of blew it, and it sucks because it's the fucking Marlins, dude, and it's Jesus Luzardo getting a win. So yeah.
I mean, like we've talked about, I mean, just blow this roster up.
You really have to at that point, dude. It really it's just
how many
tough
times
to
are you
watch,
going to see the same thing?
Yeah, no, you're totally right.
Offensively, like who do you? I mean, is it a combination? Is it Alonzo, McNeil, Lindor? Like it's like if they were doing what they're in Nimmo, I guess. Like if those guys were doing what they're supposed to do, you think this is a completely different season right now?
Yeah, I mean, Zach said it before the show. We were talking about it. I mean, all those guys had no hits last night. You know, so like obviously, they're contributing nothing. So literally anything other than that, you're probably going to be winning some of these games.
Yeah.
So like figure it out, dude. And honestly, at the end of the day, like can't score more than like 4 runs against Miami to get a win. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's like how do you even want to watch anymore?
It's tough, dude.
Right? Like I mean, but you still do, or is it like? You do, but then first sign of trouble, you're just like, okay, fuck this. I just don't even want to watch it.
Well, I mean, it's not that I don't want to watch it. I will watch it if it's nothing else is really happening. I'm going to watch the game.
But like you're watching the finals tonight.
Like tonight, yeah, definitely.
Which is kind of crazy. Like in terms of just like how you've been with basketball the last couple of years.
Right. Well, again, playoffs is different. I'm definitely entertained watching these games, and Mike's into it too. So it's nice to sit down and watch.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. What's the deal for today for the Mets? Tonight for the Mets, dude. You got Peterson on the mound against, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Garrett. 7:10 normal time. Queens, the deal. Tickets are $2. Peterson, I think, came off a good start his last outing. 6 2/3, 2 earned runs against Washington, which again, another divisional rival. And I know it's Washington. Did it result in a win, 6-3? But you got to feel pretty good about that. Hopefully, the bats could get going, dude. Yeah.
That's really what I'm more worried about. Ottavino, you're probably not going to use because he was used yesterday, gave up a run. So you'll probably be seeing the likes of Reed Garrett, Drew Smith,
Yeah.
Which, again, is probably good. So I feel like if Peterson goes out there, gives them 6 innings, nothing crazy. I mean, I think should be a guaranteed victory.
No, I was just laughing because I had texted Pooch to see like if he was around for golf, and you're just gonna lose it because we just spent so much time talking about this, and because he was like, "Oh, I got softball tonight," but then after going to Buffalo Wild Wings, all you can eat wings. But it's funny, he loves Buffalo Wild Wings. So
really?
me like trying to say anything about what you were no, he loves it. Like honestly.
That's
like
crazy.
And they did renovate the one in Stanford, like the bar is good and stuff. But it just, and I think you agree with me with this, just in general, like, if I'm getting food out, it's just nice not to go somewhere where you just know that it's just frozen food.
Yeah.
Like we're not frozen food people, especially Matthew. Oh my God. No way.
No freaking way, dude.
No way, dude.
That chicken is beef.
Oh, no, I'm out.
Yeah. No.
Oh man. But anyway, it is time, Tony, for an abbreviated full-on baseball frenzy.
Yes, that is right, Brian. Let's go. It's hump day. We already started with the Mets. Let's start with them again, dude. We have them, as we said, game 2 tonight. 7:10. The Peterson, I said it. Give me 6 innings, please. The Mets are.
He just commented, no way, dude.
Oh, so funny, dude. So as I said, the Mets here minus 150, Brian. Its over-under is 7.5, which I think is pretty solid. I think the Mets can score 6. I think Peterson can hold them to 3 runs, maybe 2, hopefully. Regardless, I'm looking at the top of the lineup to get some runs in there. I think Bantos will continue to hit. JD will be hitting. Marte has been hitting really well recently. Maybe he'll hit a little bit too. Bader's been pissed. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes 0-4, whatever, or even sits out. Who knows after last night. But P.D. Alonso needs the dinger. Give me Lindor 2 for 4 with a 2-run double, shaking the rattles off Braxton Garrett here with the ERA tick below 6. Give me the Mets in the over. They win 6-2, buddy.
I mean, if they get shut out tonight, are you going to just stop taking them or no?
Probably, dude. I'll probably be. Look at fucking Mark Messier over there with the right shoulder.
Hey,
never going to stop taking them.
So, yeah, we talked about this with the Yankees. I mean, they are going to absolutely smash the Royals tonight. Hitting the over, Tony, by themselves. Not even close. Petite, 6 scoreless innings. You look at that 1.72 ERA. Judge, another 2 home runs to get him up to 27. Soto and Stanton getting in the mix as well. 12-2, Tony.
Wow.
So it's the Yankees, it's the over, and it's 49 up and only 21 down. Most road wins in the majors.
How about that? So let's go second game for me here on this Wednesday. I think we'll go to Petco Park. Let's go. I see King pitching for the Padres here. 5-4 with 3.58 ERA. I guess I would want to say Padres pitchers probably okay for honestly with that ERA. Tatis Jr., my fantasy team, I think he's due for a dinger. I know he's had a couple games. I want to say maybe a 3-game hit streak right now, but no home runs to show for it. He's due for that 14th home run. Let's freaking go, dude. And obviously the A's here, Hogan Harris. I know at 20 innings pitched this year, 2.2 ERA. Does well, dude.
Mr. Harris.
You have only 2 home runs, but obviously getting that third one tonight. Over under 7.5. I guess give me Padres in the under. They're going to win, I'll say 4-1. Let's go.
All right. Second game up here for me. Let's see here.
Tough pick'ems.
You know, it really is, honestly. Keep going. I am going to go with my guy. Bryce Miller, Tony, going up against those lowly White Sox. Already 51 losses this year, almost the exact opposite of the Yankees record. Miller, no hitter. Book it. 2-0. Julio Rodriguez, 5th inning, 2-run shot, only offense of the game. Bryce Miller joining a list of pitchers who have pitched a no-hitter in the major leagues. So it's the Mariners and it's the under.
Wow, pretty crazy. Speaking of,
if he was listening, because I know he said he's in and out, would go nuts predicting no-hitters.
Absolutely, but too bad he's with corporate America, dude. So let's go now. Pirates versus St. Louis Cardinals. 3-game best game, final game. Did they win? Any winning. The Pirates did win yesterday. Let's fucking go, dude.
Schemes,
dude.
Doing nice, huh?
Absolutely. But let's go to Sonny Gray, who's also been doing nice. 7-4 in the year, 3.21. A bright spot, certainly possibly the only one for the Cardinals right now. I think he's going to go 8 innings, 1 earned run, 13 Ks. Dialed in here. Sonny Gray leading the Cardinals to a 3-1 victory. Give me Cards and the under. Sonny says, I want to go back to New York.
Wow, Cards and the under. I definitely think he doesn't want to go back to New York. I'll tell you that much. Third game, definitely the final game, but definitely not the best game, Tony, because the best game is always going to be the Yankee game, but I don't need to tell you that. Anyway, so let's see here. So for my last pick, I am going to go. Give me the Dodgers. The Rangers are a mess. I don't know what World Series winning hangover. You don't usually see that, but Walker Buehler has gotten hammered. But this Texas offense has been terrible. I think they lost like 13-1 last night. Ohtani, it won like 460, 15-2. Same thing. Less runs in this one. I'm actually going to take the under, but I think it's a shutout. It's 6-0 Dodgers. Buehler, 10 strikeouts over 6. And Teoscar Hernandez has been on fire with Sean McGee Stadium. I can't believe he has 17 home runs.
Kinda
He's going to
crazy.
hit 2 more to get him to 19. So it's the Dodgers, it's the under, and just like that, baseball frenzy is complete.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, should be an interesting night on the diamond. Last order of business for Michael's sake, for your sake, because I know you're jacked up a little bit too. Let's go to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The Bulls LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. So game 3 in Dallas tonight. Celtics, Mavericks, Dallas, 2.5-point favorites here at home after dropping these first 2 games. Porzingis has some weird knee injury. Guess his status is in question. Would think that he wouldn't go, especially with the 2-0 lead. Luka injection after game 1. But in my eyes, Tony, winner of this game, I know it's kind of crazy because obviously there's still a full series left after this. Winner of this game wins the championship. That's what I'm telling you right now.
Really?
Dallas wins, they're winning the title. If they lose, it's over. Kind of makes sense though if you think about it. I know obviously Dallas could win and then Celtics win out, win the championship. Get it? But I just think letting Dallas back in this series, you're going to see a Boston collapse.
Oh man. Yeah. Really? You think so? Like just one loss like that,
1,000%,
Boston folds?
1,000,000%, whatever you want to call it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's tough for me to say. I mean, I would imagine for this game here, I mean, obviously, if the Celtics win, it's gonna be probably wash at that point for the Mavericks. So that's why I think Mavericks, must win here. They're in Dallas. I mean, it's tough, definitely. I feel like even if the Mavericks win, though, I mean, I'm not entirely convinced that the Celtics would fold over like that. I mean, I still feel like they obviously had an advantage at TD Garden. And to be honest, I would be surprised that Dallas wins 2 games in a row, even though they're at home. No, you don't think so?
I think they're a different animal at home though. But I guess the Celtics haven't lost on the road, but then there they do.
They haven't lost one playoff game on the road.
No, I just feel like it's like Luka is just not gonna get like swept or get embarrassed. Like,
no, I totally agree, and
Yeah.
he's due for that 50-point game.
60 possibly.
Yeah, even that, and then obviously Kyrie is due to figure out as well. And again, it's been 2 games. It's been an adjustment. Porzingis, I think, is questionable. I think too for game.
That's
3,
what I was saying.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's not even that he's questionable. Like it's not like a game time because he's been injured. It's like like he may not actually be able to play tonight.
Right.
Which is huge because he's obviously been a presence on the court and a benefactor when it comes to the outcome of these games. So that obviously will help Dallas's case. But at the end of the day, I mean, they just have to start making their shots. I mean, they can't be having these stupid turnovers too. Kyrie with the nerves, the ball off the foot, Luka getting stripped a few times. Like, that can't be happening. And those are in big moments on the stretch,
Mhm.
And I understand, I guess there's been a heavy narrative. I don't know if you've heard it, but the refs really not having any calls against the Celtics those first 2 games. I mean, do you think that sways differently just because they're in Dallas now? Like, what the hell is the deal with that?
I don't know. I mean, I know calls, like especially in a very tight game, make a difference, but I don't know. I just think the players are going to decide this one. Calls or not, because calls usually go both ways, and who knows? I guess, right? I mean, refs are doing sketchy shit anyway. So,
Do you think they're gambling?
no, but in all seriousness, though, like I think it has impact, but I don't know. I just have a hard time believing at the end of the day, like the refs being a main factor in a team winning or losing. I don't know, unless it's like a Tim Donaghy situation.
Yeah,
I just don't see that.
No, I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
But I mean, there were some pretty egregious no calls, in favor of the Celtics. The first couple games, and I mean, I don't know. That's just it's just stupid. I don't know.
Yeah.
If like, what are you doing? Like,
Right.
Why are the refs doing this? Are they gambling? Are they fucking doing illegal shit?
I guess
Then,
everybody's gambling, right? At this point.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Even the Optimum guy yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he controls the cable.
But I have Dallas and the over. I'm gonna say 110 to 107.
110 to 107.
Luka 50. for Michael.
No, I agree with that. I mean, this is like we've seen it so many times too in the playoffs and in any sport. You know, must-win game. Players step up. Luke is that type of guy. And honestly, so is Kyrie. I think Kyrie's gonna have a breath of fresh air. You know, walking into Dallas here. I would imagine too that the Mavs fans, they show up. You know, Mark Cuban knows how to put on a party. So let's freaking go. Or build a casino. So let's freaking go. I like that. Would you say 110, 107?
Yeah.
I know these two games have been, I guess, relatively lower scoring around that. I guess Mavs haven't broken 100 yet, huh? That's kind of crazy. They do tonight, though. I agree. I think maybe, higher scoring on both ends is going to have to be. I like your score prediction. I'll say maybe like a 108 to 104.
So just under.
Just the
213 and a half.
Let's go. Just the under.
All right. So we'll see if we get a good one out there today in Dallas or tonight. But yeah, that's really what we got here. Josh B. riled that he has Bryce Miller on his fantasy team. That's obviously awesome if he does put together this no-hitter. And then Matthew also saying Jerry West brought Kobe to the Lakers. Legends never die. And then also Michael Buck realizing the Jerry West news, saying that he just passed. So of course, again, condolences to all of his friends and family. Jerry West, 86 years old. So that's really where we're at. But here we are with another great show today. And we encourage everybody to continue to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume. The merch at downtimetv.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Yankees.
Let's go Mets.
And we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.